You want to be sure to stay until the end of this video to find out the latest stimulus check news that you have to know. Now, in regard to the eviction crisis, folks, the Supreme Court just issued an emergency order blocking a state law aimed at protecting renters from eviction during the crisis.
Equity of ownership. Marcy Kaptur focusing on regional economic revitalization, representing the Great Lakes area and areas that have lost jobs.
And now, you may be able to claim extra stimulus relief money if you have not received the past 3 rounds of stimulus payments. So yes everybody, we have a ton of these to go over in today's video. So be sure to stay until the end to never miss out the very important stimulus check news.
Let's be clear about a number of facts. When people jump up and they say Social Security is going broke, not quite true. As Senator Whitehouse indicated, Social Security can pay out every benefit owed to every eligible American for the next 18 years. When other people jump up and say, well, Social Security is contributing to the deficit.
All of us, whatever our background, our age, or where we live, can agree that prescription drug prices are outrageously expensive in America. Today, I'd like to talk about how we're going to help millions of Americans.
Now folks, more money equals more food. And the US Census Bureau survey has also routinely shown that households in need will often spend direct cash assistance on necessities like food and utilities. The most recent survey data shows that nearly half, 47% of households, reported spending their tax credit payment on food. About 17% of households with one kid under 5 reported spending the money on childcare. So folks, has the child tax credit payment helped you at all? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Now, multiple sources claim that the child tax credit payments appear to make it easier for households to cover all of their expenses. But still, like I said, many seniors and many Americans do not have any dependents. And some of the dependents are already grown up. So fourth stimulus check will definitely help out our seniors. If you guys agree, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. In regard to the new eviction ban, folks, here's what you have to know. The Supreme Court blocked a part of New York's eviction ban. The move, which came at the request of landlords, is another signal that crisis-related eviction bans are in serious danger at the High Court. The court's majority signaled that the New York law was likely unconstitutional because landlords had no way to challenge a tenant's claim to have been hit hard by the crisis. Plus, according to new data, nearly half of American workers do not earn enough to rent a one-bedroom apartment. Rent in the US continued to increase throughout the crisis, and workers need to earn about $20 an hour to afford a modest one-bedroom apartment. The median wage in the US is about $21 an hour, folks. And the data from the National Low Income Housing Coalition shows that millions of Americans, from warehouse workers to public school teachers, are struggling to pay rent. For the poorest Americans, market rate housing is out of reach in virtually all of the country. About 14% of Americans fell behind on rent payments during the crisis, and a federal moratorium on evictions has kept renters from being kicked out of their homes. But the moratorium lapsed last month, only to be extended into early October for those regions that were hit the hardest by the crisis. Folks, do you believe that the federal eviction ban, everybody, do you believe that the federal eviction ban should continue? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Everybody, here's what we have to know about the Social Security benefits.
When we look at a budget, when we prepare a budget, it's imperative that we take a hard look at the reality of American life and that we build based on that reality. What we know today is that the elderly poverty rate has gone up to 9.5%, and incredible as it may sound, 20% of seniors live on an average income of $7,600 a year. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, how anybody lives on $7,600 a year.
I want you to know this. The Labor Department is pumping $240 million into the nation's unemployment system to fight the ongoing fraud. It's unclear how much money has been lost to theft, but the Labor Department's office claims that about $87 billion in benefits may have been paid improperly. So yes, everybody, Congress must get a hold of the situation. And if you guys agree, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
No changes. Cost $280 per bottle. Gail and her husband work hard. They spend wisely. Because of the cost of her prescription drugs, her husband may not be able to retire. They drive the same car, she said, she's had for 17 years, unable to afford repairs or a new one. And Gail's not alone. It's estimated that more than 34 million Americans, 10% of the population of the United States, have diabetes, including more than 1.5 million of those who have type 1 diabetes. And the outrageous cost affecting everyone across the board, spanning every kind of condition or disease, is similar. I remember what it was like for my mom as she got older and moved in with us. Her prescription drugs were so expensive that it took me, my 2 brothers, and my sister, 3 siblings, chipping in to cover the thousands of dollars in monthly cost that she had to exhaust, rather than exhaust the few little savings she had for her prescription drugs. It's personal to so many of us, and so many of you. You know, for more than 1 million Americans living with multiple sclerosis, one common drug for that disease costs $7,100 per month. The price has gone up 1,000% over the last 20 years without any change in the drug. For more than 1 million people with rheumatoid arthritis, a common prescription drug used to cost about $1,350 per month.
Mr. President, the average Social Security benefit today is just $14,000 a year. And as someone who will be the next ranking member of the Budget Committee, I intend to do everything I can, not only to oppose vigorously any efforts to cut Social Security, I'm going to do everything that I can to expand Social Security benefits. And, in fact, the best way to expand Social Security is to ask the wealthiest people in our country to pay more into the system by scrapping the cap on income that is subject to the Social Security payroll tax. Mr. President, as you know, right now, a billionaire pays the same amount into Social Security as someone who makes $117,000 a year. You got a multimillionaire here, somebody's making $50 million, somebody's making $117,000. They both contribute the same amount into the Social Security Trust Fund. This is regressive, this is unfair, this is absurd. If we lifted this cap and applied the Social Security payroll tax to income above $250,000, not 117, but $250,000 a year, we could not only extend the solvency of Social Security for decades